Hello, fellow gardeners. Have you ever bitten into a delicious store-bought tomato and wondered if you could grow that exact same flavor in your own backyard? Well, today, I'm going to show you exactly how to do it. It's a fun, rewarding, and surprisingly simple process. Growing tomatoes from store-bought fruit is a fantastic way to experiment with new varieties. It also saves you money on seeds and gives you a deeper connection to your food. Let's dive into how you can turn a grocery store purchase into a thriving tomato plant. The first crucial step is selecting the right tomato from the store. Not all tomatoes are created equal when it comes to seed saving. You'll want to look for open-pollinated or heirloom varieties. Hybrid tomatoes, often labeled as F1, might not grow true to type from their seeds. You could end up with something completely different, or even sterile plants. Heirloom tomatoes, however, will reliably produce plants just like the parent fruit. Look for organic tomatoes if possible, as they are less likely to have been treated with chemicals that could affect seed viability. Choose a tomato that is perfectly ripe, healthy, and free from blemishes. The better the fruit, the better your chances of success. Once you have your perfect tomato, it's time to extract the seeds. This process is straightforward. You'll need a sharp knife, a spoon, a small jar or container, and a little water. Carefully slice your tomato in half, either horizontally or vertically. You'll see the chambers filled with seeds and a jelly-like substance. This jelly is important for the next step. Use your spoon to gently scoop out the seeds and the surrounding pulp into your small jar. Don't worry if you get a little bit of tomato flesh in there. It won't harm the process. Now for the magic step: fermentation. This process mimics what happens in nature when a tomato falls to the ground and decomposes. Fermentation removes a germination inhibitor that naturally coats tomato seeds. Add a small amount of water to the jar with your seeds and pulp, just enough to cover everything. Stir it gently. Then, cover the jar loosely with a lid or a piece of cloth secured with a rubber band. This allows air circulation while keeping pests out. Place the jar in a warm spot, out of direct sunlight. Check it daily. Within 2 to 5 days, you'll notice a thin layer of mold forming on the surface and possibly some bubbles. This is a good sign. It means fermentation is happening. The pulp will start to separate from the seeds, and the viable seeds will sink to the bottom. If you see any seeds floating, they are likely not viable and can be discarded. The fermentation is complete when the mold layer is visible and the seeds have sunk. Once fermentation is complete, it's time to clean your seeds. Fill the jar with water and gently pour off the moldy layer and any floating debris. Repeat this rinsing process several times until the water runs clear and only clean seeds remain at the bottom. Next, transfer your clean seeds onto a non-stick surface for drying. A ceramic plate, a glass dish, or even parchment paper works well. Avoid paper towels, as the seeds can stick to them. Spread the seeds out in a single layer to ensure even drying. Place them in a warm, dry spot with good air circulation, away from direct sunlight. It's crucial that the seeds dry completely to prevent mold and ensure long-term viability. This drying process can take anywhere from a few days to a week, depending on your environment. Stir them occasionally to help them dry evenly. The seeds are fully dry when they are brittle and no longer stick together. Proper storage is key to keeping your seeds viable for future planting. Once completely dry, store your tomato seeds in an airtight container. Small envelopes, plastic baggies, or glass jars work perfectly. Label your container clearly with the tomato variety and the date you saved the seeds. This information will be invaluable later. Store the containers in a cool, dark, and dry place. A closet, a pantry, or even a refrigerator can be ideal storage locations. Stored correctly, tomato seeds can remain viable for several years, giving you plenty of opportunities to grow your favorite varieties. When you're ready to plant, typically 6-8 weeks before your last frost date, it's time to germinate your saved seeds. Start them indoors in seed starting trays or small pots. Use a high-quality seed starting mix, which is light and well-draining. Plant the seeds about 1/4 inch deep and gently cover them with soil. Water thoroughly, but gently, ensuring the soil is moist but not waterlogged. Tomato seeds need warmth to germinate, ideally between 70–85 degrees Fahrenheit. A heating mat placed under your seed trays can significantly speed up germination. Keep the soil consistently moist. You should see seedlings emerge within 5 to 10 days. Once your seedlings emerge, they'll need plenty of light. Place them under grow lights for 14–16 hours a day, or in a very sunny south-facing window. Lack of light will cause them to become leggy and weak. As your seedlings grow, they may need to be transplanted into larger pots before moving outdoors. This is called potting up. Handle them carefully by their leaves, not their delicate stems. About a week or two before planting outdoors, begin the hardening off process. Gradually expose your seedlings to outdoor conditions for increasing periods each day. This helps them acclimate to sun, wind, and temperature fluctuations. Choose a sunny location in your garden that receives at least 6–8 hours of direct sunlight daily. Tomatoes thrive in rich, well-draining soil. Amend your soil with compost or other organic matter to improve fertility and structure. Dig a hole deep enough to bury a good portion of the tomato stem. Tomatoes are unique because they can grow roots along their buried stems, leading to a stronger plant. Space your plants according to the variety's recommendations, usually 2–3 feet apart. Water your newly planted tomatoes thoroughly. Consider adding a stake or cage at planting time to provide support as they grow. This prevents damage from heavy fruit and keeps the plant upright. Consistent watering is crucial for healthy tomato plants. Aim for deep, infrequent watering, especially during dry spells. Avoid overhead watering, which can encourage fungal diseases. Fertilize your plants with a balanced organic fertilizer once they start setting fruit. Pruning can also be beneficial, especially for indeterminate varieties, to improve air circulation and fruit production. Remove suckers that grow in the crotches of branches. Keep an eye out for common pests and diseases. Early detection and organic pest control methods can help keep your plants healthy. Enjoy watching your plants grow and develop fruit. Harvest your tomatoes when they are fully colored and firm to the touch. Gently twist them off the vine or use pruning shears. The taste of a homegrown tomato, especially one you grew from a store-bought seed, is truly incomparable. I encourage you to try this method with your favorite store-bought tomatoes. You might discover a new favorite variety or simply enjoy the satisfaction of growing your own. Happy gardening, everyone!